EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in a very rainy Kansas City, Missouri at venerable GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Arrowhead. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Good routes here. Watch the distance.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. This defense for the Chiefs, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. You talk about this Chiefs defense. Coming into this one, ranked number 19 in the NFL against the Pats.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 4. Play fake. Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never balled the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it in 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
First down, here's Cousins. Looking for London on the out route complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
One thing I do know that offensive linemen like, they like a guy who's carrying the ball that will take what is blocked. Not try and create a big play and maybe take a loss, not try and go where the blocking isn't. But if it's just all that's there and you just put your head and your shoulders down and get that, you get the respect of the big guys up front.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Oh, design run for their wideout. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No lack of guts at all on that one. Normally in this situation in the red zone, that type of play isn't run, but I think they're trying to catch the defense off guard and also break tendency. No one really runs that type of a play. Guess what? We are. Let's see how you handle it.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Now Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
A confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Again, it's Pacheco. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Yellow!
They go play fake. Mahomes steps away. That's going to be caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. But, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year. So, to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out. And that could be their Achilles heel.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
They just do get the playoff. Now Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to move that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing, Cousins. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Kadarius Toney, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to it. And I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Yellow. Hey, Riblin.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it. So not only did they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
Mahomes now to throw. This is caught. Touchdown! Jerick McKinnon from 3 yards out. And the Chiefs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Cousins. And his throw here's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. To the air again, it's Cousins. And that is incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Now Cousins on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
So the drive will indeed continue. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. That is caught at the 7. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. Now the try here for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That went into the hands of Tony downfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Well, he's been a busy man in this first half. They've targeted him quite a bit, including both plays here to start this drive. And until that defense starts reacting a little better, they may just keep going back to him.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 40 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Short throw held in by Kelsey. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd down and 8. On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Rashee Rice, 46 yards. And the Chiefs add 6 to their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done. And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
He is so lucky that one of the defensive
Why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Chiefs have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
At the 30-yard line.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Cousins. And this will be caught by Mooney. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 52 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Cousins. There's Mooney with another catch. Touchdown Falcons. Darnell Mooney from 17 yards out. And the Falcons are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick six.
And the thing about it is once you get an interception as a unit, you think to yourself, okay, we got that. How do we increase it the next time? Get the interception, do a little more damage, and there's your outcome right there. Take it to the house and break down what they're trying to do offensively.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Mahomes. Open man downfield. That's Tony. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Kadarius Toney. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Kadarius Toney. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chiefs get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 9. Now Cousins. Short throw caught by Pitts. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Cousins now. Throw left side, there's London. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Chiefs are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 65 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco once again. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Even the most elusive quarterbacks have those tough days where they can't avoid sacks, and this is one of them. 3rd time he's gone down. He might develop some happy feet now, want to escape the pocket and try and gain more yardage with his legs.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Let's go!
Throwing now is Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy. And oh my goodness, here's a fifth interception. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Sanders now to add the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. To throw, Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. We go to each other in practice, obviously.
now.